Alright, I'm gonna teach you how to make cookies with the family recipe. So to start off, you'll need several ingredients. Number 1, flour. Number 2, sugar. Number 3, eggs. I prefer eggs that were laid by hens on the winter solstice, but any store-bought kind is fine. Then we'll have a few extra ingredients, but we'll get to that when we get there. Now, the first step that you need to do is pour the flour. So, you know, there's not really a limit to how much flour you can pour for the cookies. A lot of people like to say like about 2 cups, but I am a firm believer in trusting yourself. So I say you pour until you feel that it's right. Usually that gets the best results. So let's do that. Cool. Next, we'll add the eggs. So you take the egg 1 at a time, 2 at a time, totally up to you. And you put it into the flour mixture. So, in order to break the eggs, some people like to crack it on the side, but I think the best way is if you kind of caress it in your hand like this and just kind of like apply force. There we go. So just kind of squish it up a bit and mix it into the flour real good. You want to make sure that it's consistent, so make sure you do a really good job with mixing. You can use a whisk, but you really don't need to. And some people are like, oh, what about the eggshells? Everyone knows that they disintegrate when you bake things, so like extra protein or whatever, you know? Calcium? I don't know, what are eggshells made out of? Alright, time for step number 3, which is optional. Now, I know that it's hard to get your vitamins or whatever you need during the day, whatever. It's hard to eat healthy, I understand that. So, as an alternate, healthier alternative to making these cookies, you can do this step. So what you're gonna need is something healthy. For me, I chose mixed vegetables. I don't know if you're able to see that. And as for the amount, you don't want to add too much, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit of the juice there and a little bit of the vegetables. See, like I said, not too much. You'll barely be able to taste it, it's fine. Step 4, or alternate 3 if you didn't do the last step. We're gonna add sugar, which is the most important part of cookies, because what kind of cookies aren't sweet, right? So, just like the flour, just as much as you want. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll switch the camera view so you can, but it's looking really good. Delicious! Now I know you're not supposed to eat cookie dough, but it's just so good I can't resist. So I'm just gonna take a little bit right now. Delicious. So now let's move on to the next step. We need to start putting this on our baking tray. Before we do that, you should be sure to preheat your oven. So I got my baking tray out. Now don't be afraid to really just dig in there. So what you do is you just kind of take a glob and just roll it in your hands like this until you get a little ball shape, because you know we want circular cookies. Now, isn't this beautiful? So the oven's done heating, so let's put it in there. So just keep it in there for maybe like 10 minutes. That sounds about right. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right? You know to take it out if it's like golden. That's generally the rule for like a lot of things. There's like a set limit, and then you just take it out when it looks right. So, I mean, no, you can like do whatever you want, but it's totally up to you. The cookies should be done now, so come on, let's take a look at how they turned out. Oops. Great, guys. So the finished product should look something a little like this. They're like little clouds, and they taste so good. They crumble in your mouth. Oh, that's hot. So good. So, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe for more health, home, and happiness tips. Thanks for watching.